You sure this is clean? Before we start the hilarity, in honor of Black History Month, I thought it might be important to take a minute and consider the accomplishments of African Americans that have been appropriated by whites. Thomas Edison's light bulb, right? Would not have worked but for the work of Lewis Latimer. Heart transplants would not have worked but for the work of Dr. Charles Drew. And now Henry Weinstein. Every time some testosterone gets in trouble abusing his alpha position, his come to Jesus moment is always described as, in light of Henry Weinstein. Henry Weinstein, really? That is so unfair to the seminal work of Dr. Bill Cosby. Now that man was a leader. And as long as we're on that subject, has anybody here read Aziz Ansari's book on dating? It's really well written. It's well researched. It's a shame he just didn't learn anything from it. But I do understand that as a result of his troubles, he has written a sequel. It is a book about what is appropriate conversations for a male to have with a female. It's 750 pages long, all blank. Well, all right, so let's talk about lotteries. The lotteries have gotten to be ridiculous. $400 million, $500 million. What does somebody do with that much money? I mean, really, well, I figured it out. If I won the lottery, I might just be able to take advantage of the new tax law. Truth is, I have not had much success with lotteries. No, my first lottery was in 1968. My Uncle Sammy bought me a ticket. Grand prize, a tour of Vietnam. Yes, I was in the first draft lottery. Not a lottery you want to win. My draft number? 69. Yeah. Now normally when you find out you're getting 69, you go, hot shit, I'm getting blown, right? If your draft number is 69, it's holy shit, I might get blown up. But the 60s. A time when real men were all feminists. Women burned their bras and there was free love everywhere. Or at least that's what I heard. Because as far as I could find, I could never find it. It was a time when bebop musicians and beat poets introduced white middle-class America to heroin and marijuana. Those were the days. It was a time of revolution, of demanding that power be given to the people. And guess what? We won. We had our revolution. The people seized the power from long-term professional politicians and elected Donald Trump. I mean, who knew that if we gave the power to the people, it would be those people? I mean, what happened to our people? You know, the ones that we wanted to have the power? Well, they stayed home to prove a point. Point taken. But the good news is that in 9 states, we have legal recreational marijuana. Now, you all think that's a good idea, don't you? Well, I'm not so sure. Look, I've got nothing against marijuana. It's legal marijuana I have a problem with. Let's admit it. A large part of the attraction, Alex, was that it was illegal. It was a way for white suburban males to feel a little bit gangster. You know, you had your guy, or you had a friend who had a guy, right? Because you could get arrested buying marijuana. Unless, of course, you were black, and then you could go to jail. Now, that's not the biggest problem I have with it. The biggest problem is, notice that all 9 of those states are heavily Democratic. Now, call me paranoid, because I am paranoid, but is this just a plot to drug us into complacency? Think about it. Think about it. Protests before marijuana. You had Martin Luther King. I have a dream. Whoa, that's powerful. After marijuana, protests on marijuana, you get Beavis and Butthead. Thank you very much. I'm Mark Palchik. Thank you.